came to bring the pain, hardcore from the brain. Let's go inside my astral plane, find out my mental, based on instrumental records. Hey, so I can write monumental methods. I'm not the king, but niggas is decaf. I stick 'em for the cream.
So what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Quest X. I'm coming back at you once again. I'm gonna stay on everybody's neck about, Deontay Wilder, like I promised I would. And I also said that every time something comes out about, trying to deny Deontay Wilder his opportunities, I'm gonna just continuously keep the pressure on those individuals. And see, when you talk about guys like Joseph Parker, you talk about guys like Anthony Joshua, you talk about guys like Luis Ortiz, who runs his mouth, but I mean, to be honest, Luis Ortiz has looked suspect his last two performances, and the motherfucker old as shit, and he does not keep himself in the shape that a guy like Vladimir Klitschko, has his entire career. So we can't expect. So don't bring no comparisons to Vlad over here when you talk about Luis Ortiz. Why don't you demand more from your fighters? See, that's what I think is the key here. That's what I think is missing. And it's a situation that requires you as a boxing fan, right, to look in the mirror and ask, what is it that you want from the sport? All right, what is it that you want from fighters who represent you? All right, let's put the bullshit of countrymen and so on and so forth behind. If you're a fan of that individual or that particular fighter, why don't you demand excellence from them? You pay to see their fights. You support them. You put your name on them. You stake your reputations on them. Why don't you want excellence from your fighters? That's all we asking for. That's all I'm asking for. I require that if I'm repping a fighter and I'm saying that this fighter is the best, then I want my fighter to back me up on that. I don't want him to sit there and win a title and then start acting like a hoe. That's not why I support him. I support him because I think to myself that this man decided to lace up the gloves, right? And he decided to take on a proud tradition of boxing. I expect that fighter to give me excellence. I expect that fighter to do what he has to do and be the best at it. I don't expect my fighter to take dives. I don't expect my fighter to sit there and not show up. I don't expect my fighter to do hoish shit, like not fight Deontay Wilder, choose Dillian White, because that's what this is about. I don't expect, I get it. I get it, guys. I get it. I did a video about, my disgust for the whole IBF situation. And everybody wants to break it down to his contracts and that what can Anthony Joshua do? He can be more vocal about wanting to be unified, about wanting to be undisputed. That's what I want, the effort. Okay? If you guys can't understand that, if you guys can't see that, then I don't know what else to tell you. Why are you watching this sport? Why are you watching this sport? If you don't love this with everything you got, right? If you don't treat this sport with a sense of honor and respect, and by that meaning you are demanding the guys that you were putting your name on, you're demanding excellence and effort from them. What was so hard about that? It's so little. It's so little to expect and demand some sort of respect for the craft. That's it. Not this whole shit. You okay with your fighter having one belt when there's a guy out there who has two, or has the one that would legitimize you as being the best heavyweight in the division? You rather live on theory? Oh, he might be the best. Oh yeah, he's the best. It's speculative, but he hasn't fought this guy. You're okay with that. You're okay with mediocrity. No, I'm not okay with it. I demand excellence from fighters I support. I mean, it's not that hard. I think really a big portion of it is that, to ask those questions from your fighters makes you have to look within yourself and say, well, Have I represented the sport of boxing properly? Have I been unbiased? Have I been fair to fighters that have fought guys that even I've liked? And maybe they might have whipped the fighter that I liked ass? Can I accept that, yeah, damn man, he beat my fighter, I gotta give it to him? Have I been, as dedicated to the sport of boxing, or am I dedicated to an agenda, or am I dedicated to just being the opposition? All I'm asking, all I'm sitting there saying is, question, why are you a fan of the sport of boxing? How can you justify being a fan of the sport of boxing when your fighter does whole ass shit? Case in point, Canelo Alvarez last night, whole ass shit. Gennady Golovkin been doing whole ass shit. Come on, fam. Come on, guys. Come on. At this point, Sergey Kovalev is a racist motherfucker. Now, everybody knows it. Now, I know it, and you can't try to deny that shit. But at this point, at least Sergey Kovalev is willing to get in the ring with the best. Come on, man. Y'all don't think that there's something is wrong with this? There is some straight sucker shit going on right now. And I don't care how you want to, try to break it down to me and talk about how it's this and it's that and wait, it's the steps and how we need to, you got to have these two fights first and you got to do this, that first and that and the third. I mean, come on, man. Boxing right now is straight pimping you. If you can't see that, if you can't understand that debacle fixed ass fight you watched last night, you paid your hard-earned money for. We told you not to. If that wasn't a prime example of where boxing is right now, and it's that way because we the fans, most of us, there is a small contingent of fans, but see that small contingent of fans unfortunately has the loudest voice, and that's what's fucking up the game right now. And this is the truth. You don't have to like it, but it's the truth. I'm telling you right now, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this shit. That's the reason why they were able to get away with that shit last night, man. That WWE bullshit. Completely scripted from beginning to fucking end. And the starch reality of it is that most of you know it was scripted, but a lot of you are not willing or have the fucking balls to say it because you're afraid to go against the grain. You're afraid to stand up for the sport. What you rather stand up for is for your bullshit agendas. You're not gonna like this video I swear, if you're one of these people that I'm talking about, you're not gonna like this video. And that's the simple truth. The facts. I'm out.